What's going on, guys? We're back with another shop video, and a few videos ago I said we need to talk about why there's no seats in my truck. About to show you right now. Wha-bam! Check it out. I got some new podiums for the truck. This was one of those upgrades where it wasn't really a planned thing. I had replaced a bunch of suspension parts and got the truck ready for the year, and I drove it to work to align it. And when I drove it to work, that was the first time since before winter, and I was reminded how I don't fit in my seats all that great when I have pants and a coat on. And yes, I've gained weight since 2019 when I bought those seats, but I have never fit in those seats that great with pants and a coat. I fit in them good with shorts and a t-shirt, but never that great with pants and a coat. So I drove it and I was like, man, I don't know. I've always wanted podiums. My old seats were Premiers. They were great seats, never had a problem with them, but podiums were always the ones I wanted but couldn't afford back then. So I said, you know what, I'm going to list my seats for sale. If they sell, I'm going to order myself some new seats. And they sold in like 3 days. So here we are. I got some podiums. I think they're a great color for the truck. They're black, light gray, dark gray, and blue. And you got to think there's going to be blue harnesses on them too. And I'm about to put them in. I even have this one sitting on one of my new off-season fabrication PRP seat mounts that anybody can buy. That's pretty cool. These are +2 wide, +2 tall. Cool thing about PRP is a lot of their seats you can kind of custom spec the size by adding width or height. In my old Premiers, those were +4 tall, but standard width. The Premier seat is like a really short seat if you don't add height to it. But yeah, +2 wide and tall. I think they're a great size for me. Let's put them in the truck. So unfortunately, I don't have the time to weld up a set of my own mounts for the truck right now. So I'm just going to reuse the mounts I've had since 2019. They'll do the job. I just have to take these off and set them an inch wider per side to fit the 2-inch wider seat frame. But that's no problem. When I do cage this truck eventually, hopefully this winter, I'm going to gut the interior. So I'll pull them out then and I'll switch to my own mounts then because I do want to run my own mounts. I've never liked how I had to add height to the back of these with tabs to get the seats to sit, not laid back. But yeah, they'll do the job for now. Let's get them in. Okay, so I got them mocked up in there. I've been sitting in them, closing the doors and feeling it out. These seats definitely make me sit higher and more forward than my old seats did, even though I have the mounts in the same spot, just wider. And I think I'm gonna have to push them back and down some. So with the slope of these mounts, going backwards will also go down. So I think I'm gonna go back like a ½ inch or an inch, and then that should be good. So I ended up sliding it back about an inch, and then I got back in it, got it back together, got back in it, and I was happy with how it turned out. So I got everything all tightened down, checked clearance everywhere, got my straps on there, got those all adjusted and tightened down, and now the driver's seat is done. Feels super comfy, and I'm excited to drive it. Just got to put the other seat in and then wait for some good weather, and I'll drive this thing to work again. All right, guys, check it out. Got both seats in there now. They look good, they feel good. I'm really excited about it. It's actually pretty nice out today, so I drove the truck to work, and there's only 2 weeks left until our first dune trip of the year. So let's get back over to Elliot's house and continue to work on his cab cage. So I'm back over at Elliot's. Elliot, you have been painting a lot, looks like.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I know today we're gonna do, I CAD designed and had a bunch of stuff laser cut. So we got all these little round guys that are gonna go where all these spot welds were. There's a bunch of holes in the floor. Got this guy done. This is gonna hold the new fuel filler on the down tube once all that's done. And then this is gonna be a dead pedal for you that comes over here. So I know we're doing all that. What else do you have in mind today?
My plan is just do that and then probably start putting some of the interior back together.
Cool.
It'd be nice to maybe get things plugged in and see if we can get it to start. That'd be cool.
That would be nice. How about the roof situation?
That is, so I'm waiting on the body guy that took it off to put it back on. I talked to him last week and he wanted me to paint the top of the cage. That way it'd be easier to spray it once the roof was on. It wouldn't be as dark inside the cab.
Right.
And then I wouldn't just be spraying it from the side trying to paint the top of the tubes. I just said, the hell with it, I'll just paint the entire thing. So I went ahead and did that. And
Nice. It looks good. It turned out good.
yeah, I texted him yesterday, so hopefully Monday, I'm thinking, after work.
Okay. And
Might throw that
then
on.
you said the third brake light we made has to go to powder coat. The new fuel cell will go to powder coat so it doesn't rot out from the inside like this one did. Is there anything else I'm missing that's going to powder coat?
Fuel cell, third brake light.
Anything important anyway?
Not really. Not that I can think of.
All right, cool. And then I had wondered if we were going to weld this. You said that's just going to be seam sealer, which I think that's probably a good idea. It's super thin right there anyway. I think that pretty much covers it. So I guess we'll knock out the easy stuff first, get the dead pedal done and all those little holes patched up and go from there.
Yeah.
Cool, let's do it. Woohoo!
Yep.
Did the little adapter
The
stay
little
in it?
adapter came off with
Every
it.
time.
I'm about to weld that thing on.
So we made these two little tubes out of 1 inch and they are going to be our structure for the pedal. This one on there. I'll try to make sure they're lined up right. Look good?
I think so.
Pretty good, I'd say. Look good to you?
Yeah.
Cool. I'll weld those tubes in now.
Make sure you get that weld at 360.
Yeah, right. Oh boy. That was 360 she's gonna get. Gonna use the big drill, huh?
Oh yeah. It's right there, might as well. Damn. Oh my god.
Oops. So I got both those tubes welded in place now. We drilled some holes in this and now it will go like this. Plug weld to the tubes and then weld around that tube right there too. Cool. All right, that's done now. Moving on, we're gonna do the patch all those little holes now. All right, we got all those holes patched now. There's a couple up there, a couple up there. A lot of spot welds that got drilled through the floor. But that's all done. Elliot's gonna shop vac this, spray that all black, and then I don't really know what's next, but we're gonna do something next. So Elliot vacuumed out the truck and then painted all these patches I just welded in. Now he's going over all the floor patches with seam sealer. And I think our next step is to start plugging all the wiring back in from the dash and all that. So check this out. It turns out the factory BCM still bolts into its factory spot. It just fits around the cage tube perfectly. That's really cool because we thought we were gonna have to make our own mount for that. So that's an easy win right there. Elliot is working on plugging everything in that needs to be plugged in for everything on the dash to work and the truck to fire up, and then we're gonna start it up, make sure it runs fine, everything works, and then tidy all the wiring up in there. There was not much room underneath there, but we got the factory carpet under the dead pedal we built right there. Elliot's working on trimming the carpet because it's a little too wide with the tubes, as you can see, like right here. And the gap is too tight to fit underneath it in some spots. Up here it can fit under it, but back here it gets really tight. But we're gonna get the carpet in up until this tube, cut it there all the way across, and then he'll figure out what parts of this he's gonna use to section that back together with carpet. But after the front carpet section is in, we can do the console, the seats, basically finish the interior as far as, you know, seats and stuff go, because he doesn't even have any seats or anything to put in the back yet. So get the seats in there and we can fire this thing up. All right. That all fits pretty good now, so next thing is get the console in, hook the shifter up, and then we can test fire this thing and make sure everything is plugged in and everything works. Elliot has it plugged into a battery charger right now because it hasn't been charged in quite a long time. But yeah, that cut turned out good. Back there. Let's get the console in. Console is bolted in, got all the ducting and wires and everything hooked back up. Elliot's putting the shifter in now. This is looking good. It looks like the sill plates are gonna pop into place here without having to cut them or anything. So give it an hour or so and this thing's gonna be looking really good. Took us a minute to get the center console in and get the race radio hooked back up. Let me show them. There's a race radio in there and we forgot we had to run the antenna wire and the mic and everything back out of it. But now we're ready to test fire it before we put the seats or the rest of the trim panels in. That's good. We got fuel pump. Oh yeah.
The old noisy boy.
Nothing's changed with that. Oh yeah. Runs.
She runs.
All right, cool.
Let's see if the horn still works.
Oh, I wish it didn't. He freaking, ever since he hooked the horn up to that switch panel, all he does is hit it behind me all the time. All right, we putting the seats in?
Yeah.
Cool.
Watch it won't even be close.
I hope it's close.
Not terrible.
Not
great.
bad.
I could do better, but oh well, it'll work for now.
Guys, we keep finding more and more stuff to do before we put the seats in. We got the wires over there zip tied up under the dash. This side needs to be done. The steering shaft had to be bolted together. He's doing that. We're gonna have to vacuum this, but seats should be in soon. All right, now all the wiring is cleaned up on this side. Got the trim panel over here to fit in. Got all the sill panels in. All the weather stripping on all the doors. Now we can finally vacuum and put the seats in, right? Or are we gonna find something else to do?
I sure hope not.
We just keep finding more and more. And we still gotta make it so these doors will close in the back. Yeah, the list goes on, but seats are next.
The stuff we did do is making it super clean looking.
I agree, it's turning out good. It looks so much more complete already. All right, David's here to check it out. What's the first impression, David? No, you're not doing that.
Delicious.
Looks good, doesn't it?
Let's get out of here.
We're about to.
That's crazy.
That's next, pretty much. All right, we got seats going in. Driver's seat is bolted in. I just finished wrapping the harnesses in. How's she feel, David?
We got a dead panel, dude.
Yeah, that thing's nice.
Feels really good.
Elliot's working on bolting the other seat in. We'll get those harnesses on too, and I think that's probably it for today. So, thanks for watching the video, guys. See you in the next one. Yeah, test the horn real quick.